here at the river. Got 2 lines in right now with bluegill on them. We're gonna see if we can catch us a good flathead. So stay tuned. We'll be back once we start biting. All right. So we got us some live bluegill, as you can see. I hook them right through, just above the dorsal fin there, just behind it, just above the tail. We're using circle hooks today. We're gonna cast this on out there and see if we can catch us a big one. We moved spots. Down there at the dam, the current was really swift and stuff, and a lot of hang-ups today for some reason. Water's up, so we moved down here to the library, and we're gonna give her a shot. I kind of wanted to show you guys how I hook these bluegills. So if you can see, we got a 6/0 circle hook with a 30-pound leader tied to 45-pound spider line. Okay, so what I do with these bluegill, right, is we're gonna take this hook, flip this bluegill around here so y'all can see. We're gonna take this hook and we're gonna run it right in its mouth. Open that mouth up a little bit, like so, and we're gonna run it right through, hang on, right through the top of the head here, out through the top. So like that. So when it goes through the water, when it's sitting in the water, it'll sit just like this. And when that big old when that big old catfish comes along, it looks like a natural swim bait. And it's gonna come up and grab it. And then when it does, that circle hook is gonna get him. So we're going to start fishing here. Let me cast this out, and then I'll be back with you guys once we get hooked up to one, hopefully. So let's get this one casted out here. Zing that on out there. Not gonna zing it out too far. I want to keep that one kind of close. But the other one we're gonna zing way out there. And I will get back with you guys once we get hooked up to one. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys what I made here. I made a flapper, what's called a flapper. So I cut just like you would if you're gonna fillet it, basically. Cut it on both sides, and then I pulled out the tail and everything. So when it's in the water, it's just gonna go through and flap, flap, flap. Really good for catfish. It leaves a lot of scent in the water, plus gets their attention with that flapping motion. All right, folks, we're still at the library, but we moved down here to the point. So I'm gonna pick up my tripod here and I'm gonna show you something. So if you look over here, this body of water, that's the Tiffin River. Right down there is where they're doing construction on our new bridge here. And over here is the Auglaize River. So if you look, right here is where the two waters meet. It's really, really calm through here. And it's really good for fishing. So we're going to see what's up in this spot. I'm going to tighten this up a little bit. Came slack a little bit. And so this rod here, I want to have a little fun. You know, we're going for some big flathead, big blue cats, but that's my medium action bait caster bass pole, and that's a heavy action just a cheap open face pole. And so we're gonna have a little bit of fun tonight. I got lighter pound test line than I usually use, just to kind of have a little fun and see what happens. We'll have a good catch. And over here, if you're wondering how I'm gonna get them up here, over here there's some steps. So once we get one, we'll walk her around and then we'll show you. So I'll turn this back on once we get one hooked up. We're gonna be here late tonight. All right, folks. We got one and hit on here, and he's playing with it. So more than likely a channel cat, but we will see. He kind of hit it and let it go. So waiting for him to come back. There he is. There he is. All right, let's wait for him. Get ready. Ready to take that. He's a small one, or else he would have done had that down by now. But small compared to what I'm fishing for is very relative. So we will see. Wait for him to get it on in his mouth. He's messing around. I hope y'all can see the action on the poles. There he goes, he's nipping at it. Yeah, that's a lot like channel cat do. It's on this pole here, this pole right here in front of me, the smaller one. That's typical for channel cat. They hit it, let it go, hit it and let it go. They play with it. But then again, I've had flathead do that too. So we'll see here if he takes it, and we'll see once we get him in here. But like I said, we're out here right at where the Tiffin and the All Glaze meet. There it goes. And we've only been here about 5 minutes maybe. Moved down here to this spot from where we were fishing earlier, and already getting bites. So that's a good sign. Like I told you guys when we set up here, right where the two rivers meet is the place to go. I mean, all the fish congregate to these areas like this. But he's got to be a small one. He's just playing with it. But it's a beautiful day out here, and it's a blue sky day, but it's really, really, really hot. We got heat advisory for the next 4 days here, so it's not been very fun, especially during the day, but we're going to be here for a good majority of the night, and it'll cool off and things will get going better. And there he goes. He's playing with it. He might have picked it up. No, he didn't pick it up yet. Looked like he picked it up. It started coming toward me. That's what these channel cat do. They pick it up and they drop it, and pick it up and drop it until they're good and ready. But they might be a good blue too. Oh, there you go. Hang on. Hang on, folks. He's getting more confident with it. It's just he's got to find enough. There he goes. There he goes. There he goes. There he goes. I missed him. Missed him, folks. Well, that happens. Let's get this in here and see what he did to her. Well, he took the tail and about half of it. Well, hell, that might be a gar, folks. That might be a gar. We got gar in this area. No, that's catfish. If you look here, if this was a gar, you would have teeth marks, okay? But if you look here, right there, you can see where the scales are removed. That's from, if you ever felt inside a catfish's mouth, it's like sandpaper. And so they grip it and they bite it, but all them scales are removed there, so that's what he's doing. But we're gonna throw this bait back out there and see if we can't get him when he gets it down to size to where he can eat it. See if we can snag him. Let's get this bait thrown back out there. Now that's about where I was. So we'll let that drop to the bottom. There she is. And we'll let her sit and see what happens. But I'm not gonna waste my battery, so I will be back with you once we get another bite. All right, folks, he is back. It's that same fish. He's right here on that same pole, that small pole right in front of me. And I'm gonna scoot up here because I don't know what he's gonna do or when he's gonna bite. But he keeps coming back. One of these times he's going to get that bait eaten up enough to where he's just going to swallow the rest of it. And that's when we're going to make our strike. So just be patient with your baits. That's another key. You know, just because a fish hits it doesn't mean he stripped you. You know, be patient. Let your bait sit there. Most of the time these big fish or these catfish, big or small, they'll play with it a little bit. You know, blue cats, they usually just pick it up and run with it, you know. But channel cats and flathead, they'll sit there and play with it a little bit. Just like your kitty cats at home. So, just be patient with your bait. Just let him sit there and play as much as he wants and then strike. So, as you can see, he's not biting as frequent as he was before. He's got him a good mouthful of tail. Another thing I forgot to tell you guys is we're fishing with circle hooks today. So circle hooks are different than your regular, you know, shank hooks or, you know, your regular night crawler hooks that you normally fish with, where you gotta yank to set the hook. With these circle hooks, you just reel really fast, and then once you feel the fish, then you can start working it. But if you yank a circle hook, 9 times out of 10 you're gonna miss your fish. So something to keep in mind. But circle hooks are very effective to fish with, especially with catfish. They always go almost 10 out of 10. They're right in the corner of the mouth. They'll get that bait, you start reeling down, and that hook will get them right in the corner of the mouth every time. So he's still playing with it. He hasn't bit for a couple minutes now. So maybe he's lost interest, but that wouldn't bother me because he's not what we're after anyway. Let's see what he does here. See if that different hook placement does us better. Yeah, he's nipping it. Now that's something you guys might want to do too. If you're getting a ton of bites and you're not getting many hookups, it might be your hook placement. So every fish hits it different. It depends on what a lot of factors, what the current's doing, how the fish is coming at it. A lot of different things factor into how the fish is going to hit different baits. So if you're fishing with live bait or dead but bait, I should say, other than worms and stuff like that, if you're using shiners or you know, all the different species of shad or crawfish or bluegill or whatever, you might want to try a different hook placement. There's tons of spots on these fish where you can hook them, and it all depends on how the fish is coming at it and where it's going to bite it and how you can get it hooked. So if you're getting a lot of bites and you're not able to hook it up, try to put your hook in a different spot and see if that helps. Just trying to give you all a little bit of advice as we go along and while we're waiting on these fish. But we're not doing too bad. We've been here for about maybe 40 minutes, and they're biting non-stop on both poles. So we just gotta wait for that sun to go down a little bit, go down and turn to nighttime when them big submarines come out. I'm hooked up here, folks. I'm hooked up to one. I believe it's a cat, but we will see. Oh boy. Oh, gotta loosen that drag a little bit or I'm gonna lose him. Woo! He is running. Boy, is he running. Gotta loosen that drag. There we go. There it is. Alright guys, we're gonna have to walk this fish, but I want to get a look at him. Looks like a good channel cat here, folks, that we got. I'm going to try and wear him down here just a little bit, and then we'll walk him down and get him out of the water here. And oh, that's a good fish. It's a decent fish for the time. He does not want to come to me. Woo, that's a good fish. Wow, that's a good fish. It's a flat, folks. Oh, don't do that to me. 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 Come here, babe. Come here. Come here and get a shot looking down here. Here. Come here. Come here. Right. There he is. All right, we're gonna walk him here. Can you see him? Uh-huh. That's a good flat. Woo! He's fighting. Yeah, boy. First flat of the day. All right. Here we are. Now we're gonna get this flat out here, out of the water here. Now don't take off on me. Don't take off on me and don't bite me. Don't. Quit. 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 Come here. Come here. Come here. Now that's a flat, folks. That's a good old all-glazed river flathead. Now, if you see, can you get in here? Get in here on this hook. Okay, so if you see that hook, this is what I mean by the circle hooks. They get it right in the corner of the mouth every time. But let's get a good photo here. All right, good old all-glazed river flathead. Ah, they're so good. Such good fish, such big, they're really, really strong fish. They want to stay on the bottom. When you catch them, you know they're flathead because they always want to stay on the bottom. Those circle hooks are sharp, folks. They really get the job done. Ah, quit, don't bite me. But that's the flathead. Did you get a good picture? Yep. All right. And if you can see there, if he straightens up, he's about the same length as my leg. Now, I didn't grab my scale, but I'd say he's a good 25, 30 pound fish. And so we're gonna let him go here. We don't want to keep these out of the water too long. They're really pretty fish. Look at them markings on him. They're really, really pretty fish. You don't want to keep them out of the water long because they do get stressed out and they will die quick. You don't want to leave them out. So we're going to let him go. If you want to come up here for the release, we're going to let him go here. All right, buddy, you ready? You ready to go? All right, you go on back in. Good, good, good fish. All right, folks. First flathead of the night. It's, what time is it? Only about maybe 7, 8 o'clock at the latest. And already got our first flathead. That's great. Can't ask for better than that. We made the right move. We were gonna fish down there at the dam, but it was just too wet, too many hookups and too swift. And right here, right along where the rivers meet, you can never go wrong with it. All right, folks, we're back up here. What a catch, huh? And we're gonna get this bait back out here. We're gonna rebait this, and let's see how we do the rest of the night. We'll catch y'all in a minute. All right, folks, so I'm gonna show you these. You can buy these at Walmart or pretty much any bait store. But they're rod and bobber beacons. They're universal beacons. You can buy these at any bait store, at Walmart. They're relatively cheap. They just clip on the end of your rod when you're night fishing, and they glow in the dark so you can see your rod tip better. Just in case you don't want to bring a lantern or a light, you know, to keep the bugs away from you and stuff. You they're attracted to those lights. So if you don't like the bugs, I suggest these. They work great. You'll see them here in a little bit. All right, folks, we had a good day of fishing. We only got one, but we will get more next time. They just didn't start biting. By the way, look at that sunset. Isn't that beautiful? Wow. Very pink. I don't know if you could tell it in the video, but boy, is that beautiful, beautiful sunset. But it's been a beautiful night here. We're gonna get fishing again tomorrow. Not sure if we're gonna do bass or if we're gonna come back out here or what, but we're gonna be doing something. And I will see you guys in the next one. Don't forget, keep on fishing.